26 days later, they're calling the Americans gangsters.
Well, you know, Yogi Berra grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, and this deja vu all over again. This is standard operating procedure for 3 generations now of dictators in North Korea, and I hope we, at the end, come to success. But I think nobody should be surprised by foot dragging. Nobody should be surprised by saying one thing, and then apparently that's not what maybe they meant to say when they said it. This is troubled now 4 U.S. presidents, and I hope President Trump and Secretary Pompeo are more successful than anybody's been up till now.
But I got to ask, let me play here. This was the president. Is this the naivete of a first-term president?
You know, I think he's optimistic. I think he's genuinely optimistic about anything he is involved in at the time. At the same time, I think what you've got to look at here is actions, and as long as the actions are to continue to keep the economic pressure on North Korea, actions here will speak louder than words, and only those kinds of actions will ultimately bring North Korea to the place we'd like them to be.
Since the president we gave a lot to the mounts. Okay, the military exercises with South Korea are back on.
Well, I thought it was a mistake to give the military exercises up. As you know, when I was on here the last time, I said the one thing I wouldn't give up would be our presence, certainly, in South Korea. I'd hate to give up our ability to act interoperably with our South Korean allies. And the President and the Secretary Mattis, Secretary Pompeo have to reconsider that, I would think, at some future time, particularly if these negotiations appear to be going on for a long time. And that's what you'd have to expect from the North Koreans is, again, foot dragging, standard operating procedure. Let's see how much world attention we can get, and then at the end of the day, how much economic assistance the North Koreans would be able to get.
So the president stopped the happy talk publicly? Is he his own worst enemy here? Overselling, under-delivering?
Well, again, I think what you've got to look at is actions as opposed to his optimism about coming up with a final solution. I hope the president sticks with the sanctions and continues to work with others in the neighborhood to maintain the sanctions as well. That means Japan, that means South Korea, that means China.
All right. The president has another tricky summit